Hello, good day, my dear friends. Thank you so much for joining me once again. This is Dr. Josiah Ando, and today I come with another very important discussion. The question that I want to ask, which is a question many people ask all the time: does age matter in your choice of a partner for marriage? Does it matter whether my beloved, my boyfriend, my girlfriend is far older than me or is far younger than me? Does it matter in any way? Well, I came to tell you that according to the laws that we have in the land, once somebody is 18 years old, the person is qualified to marry. Therefore, an 81-year-old man can properly marry an 18-year-old young lady, and the person wouldn't have offended, wouldn't have committed any crime. So there's nothing wrong with marriage between an overly old person and a younger person, so long as their ages are within the legal framework. So whether you are too much or too low, the law does not stop you. However, you would have to make certain considerations. You would have to look at certain things. And that is what I want to share with you. One major thing that you would have to look at is what we term the physical growth of the sexes. In other words, research shows that women physically outgrow men with time. In other words, somebody that you are of the same age with today is likely to look older than you in the near future, simply because the person is a female. And so if you are of the same age, or if the woman is far older, then she is likely to be far more older with time. And that is a challenge that you would have to note. In addition, not just the issue of physically growing, but childbirth actually increases the rate of growth for females. And so the fact that the person is going to go through childbirth, the person is likely to grow faster and more than you, the man, who would not go through childbirth. And that is why it is normally recommended that the man is slightly older than the woman. The next thing that I would want you to look at is the mental growth of the sexes. Generally speaking, it's been said that women grow mentally faster than men. And so you can have an 18-year-old young lady having a discussion with maybe a 22-year-old man. She is a bit more mature. And so because women are a bit more mature than men, it is better that the man is slightly older so that the two of them would be at par. Another thing that you should be considering is the issue of generation gap. The more that there's a difference between you and your partner, the more difference there is in terms of your outlook to issues. Especially if the gap is wide, it means that you have a wider generational gap. Take, for instance, a man you are about 10 years older than, or a woman you are about 15 years older than. There are certain things that happened in your generation that are not happening in his or her generation. And so it makes communication and understanding each other much more difficult. And then the fourth point is sexual incompatibilities. Our sex drive and libido normally diminishes with age. And so you should be considering the fact that as you age, your sex drive and your libido may diminish. So if you are far older than your spouse, At the time that the person will be high in libido, yours would have diminished drastically, and it can affect the sexuality within the marriage. And for this reason, it is normally advised that you marry within a range, so that you would be able to have a similar sex drive as you go along. The last point I would mention is the issue of respect in the family. You see, it is normally said the man is the head of the home. And so the problem that comes is that when the gap between you is too wide, it breeds a lack of respect for the younger person. So instead of becoming a husband and wife relationship, it becomes a father and daughter or a mother and son relationship, depending on who is older. And when there is no respect in marriage, it is a key pillar that is missing, and it actually affects the success of the marriage. So it is best that you marry within range. We cannot give a particular range and say you must fall within that. But you have to ensure that the age range between the man and the woman, ideally the man should be older than the woman for between 2 to 5 years. These are the ideals. But if you are much more, it doesn't spoil a thing. If you are much less, it doesn't spoil a thing. When the woman is older, normally it's advised that the woman may be older, maybe the same age, or not more than 2 years older than the man. But like I said, these are not the standards. These are suggestions. And these suggestions may not necessarily make the best marriages, but they definitely affect your happiness and your communication and your understanding of each other in the marriage. I wish you a happy marriage, and I wish that the ages between you and your partner will not affect you negatively. May God be with you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, I would ask that you click the subscribe button and also click on the bell, so that you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. Also remember to share with others. Share your comments and like the video. Thank you once again, and have a good day. Bye-bye.